Good morning, kids. Our subject is science. Are you ready to our lesson for today? If you are ready, you need to listen carefully. There are many different animals around you. You may have pets that you play with at home. Some animals are also seen in the neighborhood, and other animals live in the forest while some are in the zoo. Animals may be grouped in many ways, and one way to group animals is according to how they behave and interact with people. So what are some different groups of animals, and how does each group differ from one another? Let's learn the domestic and wild animals. First, domesticated animals. Animals that are tamed and kept by humans are known to be domesticated. Domesticated animals are trained to behave well. They are trained how to interact with people and other animals. This is done to easily keep them or use them for work. And there are different kinds of domesticated animals. Let's see. Pets are animals that live at home. Some examples of pets are cats, birds, and dog. Pets are friendly animals. These animals are kept at home so that people will have a companion, and pets give joy to owners when playing with them. Next, farm animals. Farm animals are those that are raised in the farm, and some animals are raised in the farm to produce food products. Pigs produce meat, while chickens produce meat and eggs. Cows and goats produce milk too. Some fishes that are food sources are raised in the farm too. Tilapia and milkfish are raised in the pond or fish farm so they can easily grow and multiply. Horses are used as means of transportation. Horses pull carts that are used to carry heavy loads, while carabaos help farmers to plow the land. Now let's have the wild animals. So what are the wild animals? Animals that live in nature are called wild animals. These animals take the nature as their shelter, and animals freely roam around in the nature to find their food and water. They do not depend on humans to get what they need. Some wild animals live alone, while others live in a group. Wild animals are not trained to behave well like domesticated animals. Most of the time, wild animals are not aware of how to interact with humans. They easily get threatened around people. It is the reason why some wild animals attack people even they are not doing anything. That is why it is important to be careful when you see a wild animals. There are many different places where wild animals may be found. Forest is a place where there are many tall trees and growing plants. Birds like eagles and hawks live in the forest. Wild animals like monkeys, snake, Bears. Bears are found in the forest, and most insects are live in the forest too. Some wild animals live in the desert. Desert is a hot place that is filled with sun. There are few trees that grow in the desert. Animals that live in the desert are able to withstand the hot temperature, like the camels, vultures, scorpion are wild animals that live in the desert. Some wild animals live in grassland. Grassland is a huge land that is filled with grass. Most animals that feed on grass live in the grassland. Some examples of wild animals that live in the grassland are zebras, wild horses, and giraffe. Sum up. Animals may be grouped according to where they live and how they behave. First, domesticated animals, and second, the wild animals. Under the domesticated animals, trained to behave well, while in wild animals live in the nature not trained to behave well. So what are the domesticated animals? First, pets, and second, farm animals. And in wild animals live in nature, not trained to behave well, are the forest animals, desert animals, and lastly, the grassland animals. And that is the end of our lesson for today. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for listening, kids. Have a good day, everyone. God bless.